When I first got into the hobby, I did not have a travel system. Like a lot of us, we're just getting into the hobby. We don't have a lot of things. And like I said, I improvised. So the first thing first is this bag. This came from JCPenney's. This is something that you would put your merchandise in once you went shopping. And this bag is big enough to hold a 0 to 3 month size baby. That's how long it is. And it has a simple little Velcro enclosure right here and just 2 handles. Very simple. It was like, I don't know, $2 I think I bought it for. And this is what I used to use to put my Reborns in. I came up with my own Reborn bag. Now there are some people in the community or in dolly forums that actually make Reborn doll bags. And they're like quilted and they're really nice and cute. Well, I didn't have the money to shell out for a Reborn bag, so I just bought this bag. And this really was nice because I wasn't comfortable yet showing my Reborn. I kind of wanted to like tiptoe in the waters and feel how it would feel to have a baby with me, but not show it. So since, like I said, I didn't have a carrier, I decided to go this route. And I used this for the longest time until I felt really comfortable on taking my baby in public. And I would highly suggest it to you guys. All you do is you pop your baby in here, put this right on top of the cart that you're, whatever store that you're in, and nobody knows that there's a baby in there. I mean, it just looks like an oversized bag. And with summer right around the corner, it just looks like a big beach bag, which that's kind of in style right now. The girls are all tugging and toting around big bags. So, you know, it didn't feel like I was taking a piece of luggage in there. This was a real simple, thin little bag. You can also find these at Walmart too, over in their purse aisle with the little beach bags and stuff. Very, very inexpensive way to take your baby out. Okay, then I went from this to the sling. Absolutely love the sling. This wasn't the first one I had, and I had an Infantrino that my cousin gave me. It was all black, and I gave that one away in a giveaway. This is my second one. This is a Disney Winnie the Pooh. Very versatile as far as being for boys and girls. Very gender neutral. It has Winnie the Pooh on there, and it has a little pocket for pacifiers, and it has little beads inside of here. And this is where you put the baby in with the Velcro. This will fit preemie to large newborn. 0 to 3 months and 3 months, no, they're not very comfortable in here, and they're actually very heavy. Because as you guys know, Reborns are dead weight. They're filled with glass beads and all kinds of other little things that make them very heavy. So the larger baby you put in here, the more stress it's going to be on your shoulder and your back. Where with this, I wasn't wearing this. This was just to bring the baby where I was going, and then it went right in the shopping cart. This you wear. So you really have to find something that's going to be comfortable to you, how big your baby is, and then pick wisely. Pick something that's going to be comfortable for you. So these are the 2 things that I have here. And then I graduated to a car seat. That is right. What we would all love to have when we're a Reborn mommy is a car seat. Now, my first car seat my cousin gave me. He was so sweet. His kids grew out of it. It was a Peg Perego travel system. And I was tickled pink when he said, "Hey, you can have it." I was like, oh my gosh. And I still have the stroller, but not the car seat. And I use the stroller for Aubrey when I take her places. So I was so excited, so excited. The only thing with the Peg Perego is my cousin had it for a while, so he didn't have the insert, the headrest, which was fine. I made do. But I had newborns that were smaller, so I went around looking at yard sales, and I found my own headrest. These are amazing, ladies. If you have a car seat and you have a preemie or a small newborn, I would highly, highly, highly recommend this insert. I bought this for $1. You can buy these, like I said, gently used. You can buy them at a resale shop. You can buy them online. You can buy them brand new if you've got the money. But they actually look so cute and cozy inside of here. The little newborns and preemies, they're all nestled up in here. It looks so sweet, you guys. So sweet. I highly recommend it. If your car seat does not come with one already, like my first one didn't. This one here has the headrest. As you can see, I hope you can see, it's pretty dark in here. The headrest is very tiny. This is for small newborn to preemie. I don't need this when I have Zoe. Zoe is a 3-month size baby and she does not need the headrest. At 3 months of age, for a real baby, they already have the muscle strength in their neck where their heads are not wobbling all around like a newborn or preemie. So I simply just take this out and put Zoe or Jude right into the car seat. And most definitely, you have to adjust the belts pertaining to what baby you bring out. When I first got my car seat, I didn't use them all the time. And I actually had a sub point it out to me and said, hey, I would buckle your baby if you really want that realism and someone doesn't stop you or someone pull you over, blah, 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 blah. So after that comment, I really thought about it. I go, yeah, I better start doing that. Right now, the straps are adjusted to Zoe's size because she was the last baby that I took out. And it has the little pads right here. But like I said, if you have a used car seat, sometimes they're missing some of those accessories. You can buy these little covers at Walmart. You can buy them at Burlington. You can buy them anywhere, online, Etsy, eBay. They have them in girl colors, boy colors. So you can add these to your little belts to make them look, or to your straps, to make them look more realistic. I actually want to get some girly ones and a set of boy ones. Another thing that you need when you take a Reborn out is blankets. Pick your favorite blanket to the season, guys, to the season. I love muslin blankets, especially here in Arizona. They are the absolute best. They are lightweight, they are really big, and they cover the entire car seat. As you can see, it does have a hood, but my hood does not cover the whole car seat. There are some travel systems that have the front hood and it has a back hood and you can cover the whole baby. Those are awesome. But in my case, it doesn't have that. So if I want privacy when I take a Reborn out, I will take a muslin blanket and I will simply drape it over the car seat. Just like this. Simple. I don't have anybody bothering me wanting to look in or peek in to see what the baby looks like. This right here is like a force field. Stay away. Baby is sleeping. That's what this means when you have the car seat covered. And I have never had anybody come up to me and say, oh, let me see your baby. Let me look underneath. No. Nope. When this is on there, it's do not disturb. So this is the most important accessory to bring out with you is your choice of blanket to the season. If you're in the hot of summer, you know, it's like the hottest part. Okay, back to what I was saying. So if you're in the hot part of summer, you're not going to have a very thick wintry blanket. You're going to bring something very lightweight, like I said, like a muslin blanket or a cute little Carter's receiving blanket. Those are the ones you're going to want to take out. If you're in the winter time, of course, you could bring out your fuzzy thick blankets or your thicker type blankets to cover up the babies. Also, blankets also come in handy when the baby is laying in the car seat. Then you can cover up the baby. You can put the blanket around the baby's face, you know, like they're cozy and, you know, they're holding on to their little blankie. It just adds more to the realism, I found out, you know. So, yes, blankets are a must. Okay, moving on is accessories for the car seat. I actually haven't used the accessories yet with Zoe. I forgot to put them on the car seat when we went out. You will find these adorable little rings. These were gifted to me, but you can find these at Walmart, all over, and you hang them from the car seat and the babies like to play with them, or you can hang toys from them. Also, they have the chimes that you can hook up to the car seat, you know, all these little toys. So when you take a baby out, especially an open-eyed baby, they have something to look at, and you can tilt their little head so where they're looking up at the little toy. And you can find these at thrift stores, Goodwills, anywhere, guys. I mean, yeah. So those are a must. You don't really need them for a sleeping baby, but it adds to the realism. But the sleeping babies are easier to take out than the open-eyed. But I love taking open-eyed babies out. Now, I was very uncomfortable when I first started. So those are just the basics that you need to take a baby out. Diaper bags, that's a hit or miss. I have taken little tote bags with me. For example, this one that I have right now that I'm using as a diaper bag. And I put my purse inside of it. And then I have a little pack of essentials in there for my Reborn. This I would take out. I don't have a diaper bag to use. It does help with the realism. That's just up to you guys. You can have a diaper bag or you don't have to have one. That's totally up to you guys. So I hope this segment helps as far as things that you need to get started with. The next segment coming up is basically how to get the nerve to take your baby out. Where should you go? How should you do it? And we'll talk about things in that segment. All right, guys. Guys, I went to go grab Caleb for you because I wanted to put him in the car seat to kind of demonstrate a little bit better on, you know, some of the props that I was talking about using. The muslin blanket. If you don't have a headrest, if you're not able to get one, you can use the muslin blankets and prop it up by the baby's face to give your baby a little bit more head support. And that also looks very realistic. Then another thing that I also like to have when I take a baby out, especially if they're open-eyed, is a pair of sunglasses. We're just going to pretend that Caleb is open-eyed. He's my little model who's going to demonstrate. As you can see, if he was an open-eyed baby, he would have his little sunglasses on and he would look so cute, like a little baby that had fallen asleep with their little glasses on. I haven't used these for Zoe yet because the gap in between here, I'm going to get her a different style. But sunglasses are a must for open-eyed babies. Another trick is hats. When you have an open-eyed Reborn, to throw on a little hat, and that covers their eyes, so then it just looks like a little sleeping baby. That is like a huge, huge tip I would offer someone who has an open-eyed Reborn, and they just look like a little baby that fell asleep with a hat on. No worries. Another big tip for you guys, as you probably can already tell what I'm going to say, let me see where it's at, is a passy. As you can see, Sweetheart here has a little bit slightly open mouth. So to add for the realism, a pacifier is a must. Get your favorite one, put it on your baby, and there you go. He just looks like a sweet little baby that has fallen asleep with his passing in his mouth. You can't see him very well because I have his hat on, but there you go. That is like a big thing that I always have as a pacifier with me. And they look so sweet, you don't even want to wake him up. Yeah, so those are just a little extra things that help with the realism of taking your reborn out. All right, guys, see you in the next segment. Bye. Another really good tip, guys, is also scratch mittens. I wanted to shed a little light on that because our babies are the hands, you know, they come in all different sizes and poses, and sometimes they look very realistic, and then there's other times when a reborn has a hand, like the Tegan, for example, that their hand is wide open. Then scratch mittens are a big, big handy tip to use. They're pretty, not too expensive. You can find them pretty much anywhere. And by simply covering up their little hands when you take them out, also adds to the realism. Also, when you have a reborn in the car seat, I like to put shoes on my babies, very soft, cute little shoes. If your baby is too small, or say you don't have any shoes, I would highly suggest to put socks on your reborn's feet. Because depending on how the baby's feet look, how the realism looks, or how they're posed, by simply covering their little feet also adds to the realism. And also when you do have a newborn or a baby, a lot of times mommies and daddies will cover their little feet because their little toes get cold. If you don't have any socks or you wish not to cover your baby's feet, then simply throwing the muslin or the blanket over the baby's hands and feet like this will do the trick. And then you don't have to worry about the scratch mittens or the socks. So that's just another tip for you guys. I love my babies and shoes. Shoes are one of my greatest accessories. I love them. All right, guys, on to segment 3. Okay, ladies, this is segment 2. This is basically getting the nerve to take your baby out. Tips that have helped me, things that I've actually done before I got the nerve to take my reborn baby out. Okay, rule number 1, or things that have helped me. So this is the first one. Start small, guys. Start small. I would take your reborn at least outside. If you've never even taken your reborn outside, that would be the first step. Go into your front yard, sit on the porch, sit on your balcony if you live in an apartment complex. Just see how it feels to step outside with your baby. That is like big, because if you've never even taken them outside, I mean, right there, that's the first step. That way you start to feel a little bit more comfortable. See how it is just sitting there, holding your baby in the front yard, on your porch, on your balcony. If you want to do it in the backyard, do it in the backyard. But just take them outside. Take baby steps. Okay, number 2, when you start to feel a little bit more comfortable, and you've already taken them out in the front yard or the backyard and held them, and you're starting to feel a little bit more brave, I would definitely take them to a place that wasn't so crowded or busy. You definitely don't want to dive right in and go somewhere where there is a ton of people. You want to go to some different places that are very small, less people. I would start with a park, like your neighborhood park, or a park close to you, where there is some people but not a lot of people. And that way you could stroll around or walk around with your reborn, just putting your foot in the water and seeing how you like it, how you feel about it. If you do not have a park that's close to you or a neighborhood park, then what I would do is pick your choice on how you're going to take your baby out and walk in your neighborhood. Walk to the mailbox. Walk down the street. Take a 5-10 minute walk. See how you like it. See if it's something that you're even thinking that maybe this is something you want to do. Okay, so that is definitely the second thing. Oh, another good place to take a reborn is a craft store. Like Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's. Those are very creative people that go to those craft shops. And if you were to have a reaction or someone so happened asked you about your reborns, I feel that they would be a little bit more open-minded because they're crafty, artistic people. And they're there to create, to buy something for their hobby, for their craft. I have taken my babies to Michael's, to Hobby Lobby, and have shown, there was one coworker, oh my goodness, she fell in love with my baby. Then there was a couple people there that were just buying things. One lady was buying yarn, the other lady was buying paints, and she seen the baby, one thing led to another, and then I told her that, you know, he wasn't real, and then we got into the whole, what is the hobby about, and she was fascinated, and she loved the art. She could appreciate the art because she was an artist. So definitely a craft store would be a great first time place to go when you start to go to those crowded spots. Okay, let's see. I got my notes here. Another thing that if you can, and this is something that I would recommend, is try to go with someone, either your spouse, a family member, another reborn mommy, to go with you on your first outing, just for support, because it's always nice when you're with someone who respects your hobby, who wants to go out with you and kind of has your back. And there are more power in numbers. I know when I go out with a reborn mommy, I feel like I can rule the world. Like my force field is up, like nothing can happen to me. More than when I go by myself, I'm a little bit more guarded. I may throw the muslin blanket over the stroller. But when I'm out with my reborn mommy friends, oh my gosh, it is so amazing and so free. And you just feel so much more comfortable in your skin and in the situation that you're in when you are with someone who enjoys the hobby, who respects it, someone who can support you, and you just don't feel alone. That's if you have someone. If you don't, by all means, you can go by yourself. Just give yourself a good little pep talk before you leave. Grab the essentials, like I told you from the first part, you know, your blanket, all the little things that you need to make you feel a little bit more comfortable on taking your baby out. Okay, let me see if there's anything else. I would say another thing I would like to add is I know it's not for everybody. I know a lot of us in the hobby don't take our reborns out, and that is totally fine. If you have no desire to take your reborn baby out and you enjoy them in the comfort of your own home, there's nothing wrong with that. Then there are some of us out there that love to take our babies out. I am one of those. I enjoy taking my reborns out. I don't know, really. I can't really put a definite why I do, but I just do. I enjoy it. It's my hobby. It's like anybody else that has a hobby and they want to take that and show it off, kind of like when you buy a new purse and you want to take that new purse out, or when you get a new skateboard and you want to ride that skateboard down the street, or you get a new bike or a new hat or new shoes, you want to take it out. Same goes for my reborn babies. When I get a new reborn baby, I just want to take it out. I want to show it off in my own way, or just have them near me or go shopping with them. It's just so much fun. And when I first did it, I used to have to give myself a little pep talk, and there are a lot of times I got really nervous and I wanted to back out. I wanted to chicken out. I felt really uncomfortable, but I thought, you know what? No, this is okay. This is all right. This is a sweet, innocent hobby. There's nothing I should fear. I'm going to be okay. So, it's just really up to you and where you find your comfort zone. Maybe you guys only feel comfortable taking your baby for a walk in your neighborhood, and that's fine too. You just have to find your happy medium. And I'm to the point now where I'm very comfortable, and even more so now recently, I have started to, and this was the first time it happened to me, is when I went out with my friend Yasmin. And she carries her babies a lot, just in her arms, because she doesn't have a car seat travel system yet. So a lot of times she would carry her baby into the store, and I was like, gosh, she's so brave. But she likes doing it, and it really encouraged me to be a little bit more braver. And so the first time I did that was when I took Zoe to the movies, and I carried her right on my arm. And boy, my heart was a pitter-patting. I was very nervous, because you definitely get more attention when you're carrying your Reborn in your arms with no carrier, with no stroller, no car seat. You're just putting yourself out there. So I definitely got way more reactions when I had her in my arm. And that's all to my friend Yasmin, who, taught me, hey, just go for it. Just do it. I'm here with you. Like, I definitely feel very safe when we're together and doing those things with her than by myself. So yeah, that's just a segment 2 on what to, or how to prepare, taking them out, where to go, how you're going to feel, that kind of thing. If you do have any other questions, PM me and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. I'm just going off things that I can remember and things that I've come across when I have taken my babies out for the very first time. Okay, guys, in segment 3, we're going to talk about how do you deal with a reaction? How do you deal with people asking you questions? So stick around for the next segment.